Hello, and thank you for joining the latest in VoiceComm's webinar series, Belkin Wireless Charging and Fast Charge Evolution. So if you haven't joined us before, I'm Jen, and I'm the product manager over at VoiceComm. So I'm responsible for bringing you all the great products you're going to learn about today and a ton more. Today we are here with one of the absolutely coolest dudes in consumer electronics, Gavin Nelson from Belkin, who will be going over their latest and greatest in wireless charging as well as fast charging. So initially when we planned this out together, we were going to just circle around wireless charging. But, fast charging, especially within Apple, is kind of a newer thing in the market. And I think a little bit of education can go a long way. So I asked him to include a little crash course for you guys. I hope, he covers it all, of course, but I'm sure you all have a ton of questions and, we're super excited to answer them for you.
All right. Thank you for the intro, Jen. I appreciate it. Hi, everybody. I appreciate you joining today. As Jen said, we're going to jump into some wireless charging from Belkin and also jump into fast charge, kind of go over the technologies. There's kind of just the technology itself being brand agnostic and then going into some of the products that we offer within those different technologies. So I'm going to jump right into it. I wanted to show you guys some NPD data. We get a lot of data from NPD, and it's typically really helpful to see what the market is doing. A few bullet points up top, you can see that there's significant double-digit year-over-year growth in all of the different price bands. So basically what this slide is showing is not only 4 different price bands down at $30 or less and then all the way up above $50. But it's also showing the year-over-year growth and the current month over the last 12 months. So as you can see at the top price band here is $50 and above. This is certainly the biggest category at this point, which is interesting. A couple of years ago, that was not the case. People were looking at lower price for wireless charging because it wasn't really a proven technology yet. But that has certainly changed. So massive growth, 60% year over year, and it's currently at 38% of the market. So basically what this tells you is that people are looking for the feature-rich options, not just baseline 5-watt wireless charging as much anymore. They're looking at fast charging options, possibly a stand feature, possibly in-car. So the more features and benefits the products offer, obviously the price point goes up and consumers are starting to flock to those feature-rich products. The biggest area of growth was actually down in the $40 to $50 price range, so 627% year-over-year growth, so just massive growth. But that category itself is at 14% of the total market today. The $30 to $40 price range is 28%, and again, big growth at 116%. And then the entry-level price points are still very big and significant price growth or year-over-year growth again as well at 167%, and they're taking up about 20% of the market. So just kind of giving you guys an idea of where the current 12-month period stands over the prior year, a lot of growth in this category. So this is obviously an extremely significant category to be in these days. So jumping into some of our products, this is actually brand new. It's just now within the last couple of weeks launching. This is our new 10-watt wireless charge vent mount, so in-car wireless charging. I frankly can't tell you how many times I have shown my customers, some of you may be some of those people, our wireless charging in-car solutions over the past few years that actually never came to market. And it was frustrating, but basically we were working diligently to try to find a product that worked as good as possible. The number one thing that will impact wireless charging speeds and efficiency is heat. And some of our previous designs had a suction cup so it could be mounted on a windshield or on a dashboard. And after doing a ton of research, what we found was that sitting in a windshield like that and getting direct impact from the sun, it would overheat the phone, overheat the wireless charge pad, and the wireless charging was just essentially completely ineffective. So we actually found that putting it on a vent mount, even if you had your heater blasting in the winter, would provide less heat than sitting up in the windshield. And I'm not sure how well this is coming over on your screens, but at the top and the bottom on the back of this vent mount, there are a bunch of open slots. So that's basically helping to vent the hot air, keep it cooled down. This can be rotated so you can have your phone either in portrait or landscape mode. One of the big things that we've had customers ask us about is why we went with a hardwired car charger. If you actually look online at some online reviews of our competitors' products, there are several of our competitors that have had in-car wireless charging solutions on the market for at least 1, if not 2 years now, but most of, if not all of their ratings are pretty poor. It's been a really bad charging experience for their customers. One of the main points was because it was a suction cup and it was up in the window and it was getting overheated. Another one is that a lot of our competitors used a detachable cable and car charger. And funny enough, for those of you who know Rich Bickle, he will tell you this story as well. He was a perfect story of this. He got one of our competitors' in-car wireless chargers, had a detachable cable, and he just took the car charger itself and threw it in the trash and connected the USB cable directly into his car. Well, of course, the USB port on his car was underpowered and did not provide sufficient charging. So he had a horrible charging experience, found out he needed that car charger, dug it out of the trash, and then the experience was better. So that's one of the complaints that you'll see online as well. So you have to have sufficient power to get up to the 10-watt charging that these products are capable of. So we did not want our customers to have that experience. So we did a hardwired and we did the vent mount, and this will make a much better charging experience. These wings do open up very wide, so they will work with the larger phones like the XS Max, the Note 9, all of those large products. It does have a 2-year limited warranty, and it's backed by our $2,500 connected equipment warranty, which you guys will see this logo on pretty much every slide I show today, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. So again, a brand new product for us that's just hit the market, and it's a $60 MSRP. Our in-home solutions, starting with our 10-watt stand. Again, this is 10-watt fast charge, so it will fast charge Apple and Samsung devices that are capable of receiving a fast charge. It does include a quick charge 3.0 fast wall charger and a cable. It has LED lights to confirm that it is charging. If you're doing it in portrait mode, the LED light is over here on the right-hand side, and if you're in landscape mode, there's one right down here at the bottom. So it will tell you no matter what, no matter how you're charging it, that you are actually charging your phone. This one has a 3-year extended warranty. So it comes with a standard 2-year warranty. If you register the product on our website, you can get an additional year, and again, the connected equipment warranty. So this is currently available for $50. The next one in the line is the 10-watt wireless charge pad. I don't want to spend too much time on this because it is exactly the same tech specs as the 10-watt stand. So the only difference really here is that it's a pad instead of a stand, still 10-watt fast charging, same LED indicators, same 3-year extended warranty, and this price point is $40. And then going down to the entry-level price point at $30, this is our 5-watt wireless charge pad. We had a different version of this that we've been selling for, man, maybe 3 to 4 years. Along with VoiceComm, we sold a ton of that particular product. We redesigned it earlier this year. We put the coils, the charging coils, further out to the outside of the wireless charger itself, so placement on the pad is much easier. Almost no matter where you put it, you're going to get a charge. And again, just a great entry-level price point at $30. And as you saw on that chart earlier, the $30 price range is still 20% of the market, so it's a very important price point to hit. And it's also great if somebody's just getting into wireless charging the first time. My main recommendation for this product would be putting it on a nightstand. As long as you're getting more than 4 hours of sleep, which hopefully you are, then by the time you wake up, your phone will be 100% charged. Even if you go to bed with a dead phone, get up 4 hours later, it will be charged. This particular product has a 2-year warranty, and again, the $2,500 connected equipment warranty. So that is our current wireless charging lineup. As you can see, we hit all of the important price bands listed here. I will tell you that there are some changes that all of you on the phone have probably heard rumors of. There's devices coming down the pipe that are rumored to be needing 12-watt, 15-watt wireless charging. We are aware of that. We are working on solutions going into 2020, so there are some new products coming down the pipe that we will announce later on. So that is our wireless charging assortment. And as Jen said, if you guys have questions towards the end, I will be answering those, and I'm also going to have Sharada Patel on the line. She is our sales engineer in our team, and she may be able to answer some tech questions that I may not be able to sufficiently answer for you. So we're going to jump into fast charge technologies, and there's two main technologies. First of all, these are probably some pretty basic things that you would think of, but everybody needs more power. So just some stats here to show you. On average, people are charging their phone around 2 times per day. 72% admit having experienced low battery anxiety, which is pretty hilarious to me, either hilarious or embarrassing, maybe a little bit of both. 41% is the average phone life left after 6 p.m. when you get home from work, and 61% of people are influenced by fast charging when looking at buying their next phone. So again, everybody's looking for more power. The other thing that we're seeing in the market is a convergence of power. So the big devices like Ultrabooks and laptops are starting to decrease in the amount of wattage that they need to charge properly, while the devices are increasing. So there's kind of this middle ground here in the mid to high 20s, sometimes up into the 30s, where all of these devices are starting to go to. So it shows you a little chart down here, Ultrabooks and laptops. Some of them need as little as 29 watts, but up to 100. And some of the chargers on the market today, the mobile chargers, are actually capable of delivering all the way up to 100 watts. Tablets are anywhere between 10 and 30 watts, smartphones 5 to 27, and then backup battery packs about 5 to 18, headphones and smartwatches and those other types of lower end devices are about 5 watts. So it's all coming together, it's getting closer, which means that typically the higher end chargers that we offer now can charge a whole array of devices, which is really beneficial to your customers. So there's power delivery and quick charge. There are some other technologies, but these are obviously the most prevalent that you guys, I'm sure, have heard about. They do have quite a few similarities that I wanted to discuss and a few differences. So first and foremost, a USB-C charger is required for power delivery and the two newest quick charge technologies, QC4 and QC4 Plus. The previous one was QC3, and you actually can get that technology with a USB-A charger. But for these newest speeds, you have to have a USB-C charger. I think you guys, we certainly saw, we actually expected a big surge in USB-C sales, not only from a charger perspective, but also USB-C to C cables at least a year ago, if not longer, and it just never really happened. We expected a big spike. That still hasn't happened, but with the emergence of new devices needing more and more power, and with the brands going towards power delivery and quick charge, you're going to see a higher need for USB-C chargers and cables. So your sales should continue to drive up with those products. For Android devices, including the Pixel, you would need to pair the USB-C charger with a C-to-C cable. And for Apple right now, it's USB-C to Lightning cable. And up until earlier this year, Apple was the only one making those cables, but they've opened that up, and Belkin and other brands do now make USB-C to Lightning cables. So some other similarities. These are things that both technologies do. They charge your smartphone about 70 to 75 faster than the charger that's typically included in the box with the device. They utilize circuit boards and controller chips to ensure safe charging and that they get the maximum charge that they can. The way that they fill the batteries to increase the current going to it, so that's how they get it to charge faster. And one of the things you'll notice, you'll see a lot of tech specs that say, like, 70% faster to a 50% charge or a 60% charge. And the reason why they do that is just because these batteries are somewhat limited in how they can be charged, because there's different phases of charging. So these chargers will charge to the first 50 to 60% much faster than they will the last 40 to 50%. So the first half or so is a really quick, fast, efficient charge, and then after that it'll taper off. And that's just inherent in how batteries get charged. And then the chipsets that they use will automatically detect the device and give it the exact power for the safe and fastest charge possible. And then a few key differences. Power delivery is not compatible with quick charge, while quick charge is compatible with power delivery. I've had some people ask me why they wouldn't just go with quick charge then. One of the main things is that Apple simply at this point will not certify quick charge chargers for their devices. And as we all know, a lot of Apple users are pretty ardent about their devices and using products that are certified for Apple products. And again, Apple will not certify quick charge. So, and there are some other benefits as well. So this one is an example. So power delivery actually does support bidirectional power. So technically you can charge other devices with your phone. I haven't done that. I don't even know how to do that, but it is possible. So these are some of the speeds for power delivery. And with power delivery, we show it by device because there's a fairly limited number of SKUs or products that utilize power delivery at this point. But they're obviously some of the biggest devices on the market. And there's, everybody knows, a new device coming here soon, so we'll update this when we can. But for the iPhone 10 and 8, you get about 50% charge in 30 minutes. And with the iPad Pro, 50% charge in 60 minutes. And this is using, again, a USB-C charger with a Lightning to USB-C cable. And then for the Pixel devices, it's about 50% in 37 minutes. And again, that is using a USB-C charger with a C-to-C cable. So those are the power delivery speeds by device. Quick charge speeds were shown by technology, and the main reason for that is because there's just so many Android devices. I actually looked this up on the quick charge website yesterday. There are currently 30 devices that are QC4 and 4 Plus compliant, and there's 102 that are QC 3.0 compliant. So there's just too many to list here, but obviously there was the initial quick charge and then quick charge 2.0. But at this point, I didn't want to go back that far. It really doesn't matter, those older technologies at this point. So Quick Charge 3.0, you can, again, use an A charger, a USB-A charger with an A to C cable, and you get about 80% in 35 minutes. With Quick Charge 4.0, it's 50% in the first 15 minutes, so extremely fast. And also, by the way, you notice over here that Quick Charge 3.0 is not PD compatible, just the two newest technologies. And with the charging time on 4 Plus, they kind of changed how they measure it. So here they basically say that you get about 5 hours of usage time in the first 5 minutes. So they're not putting it in percentage of charge anymore, they're putting it in usage time. But 5 hours and 5 minutes is extremely fast. And again, because of how batteries charge, this is assuming that your charge is low to begin with. So you're going to get that really fast spike in charge right out of the gate. And then later on for the back 40 to 50% of the charging, it'll taper off and speed a little bit. So that's the technologies, the two main technologies. I'm going to get into some of our current solutions. So these are our current quick charge solutions. We do still have a quick charge 3.0 solution that we actually do really well with. And I think the main reason is because you're still getting a very efficient charge, but the price points are really attractive as well. So again, with Quick Charge 3.0, you can get up to 80% in 35 minutes. These are all certified 2-year warranty, connected equipment warranty, and for only $35, you get a wall charger and a cable with this quick charge capability. And this is available now, and then the exact same product is available for car. So again, 18-watt quick charge with a USB-A port, 80% in 35 minutes. You get the car charger and the A to C cable for $30. It is a 4-foot cable, same as on the home version, and again, 2-year warranty and the connected equipment warranty. So that's the current solution for 3.0. We actually skipped over USB 4.0 because we knew that 4 Plus was coming out very quickly behind it. So we don't have, to my knowledge, any Quick Charge 4 solutions. We have these 4 Plus solutions. So this is actually a single port USB-C that's 27 watts, so very high wattage. Again, you can charge your device, get 5 hours of usage within 5 minutes. So this comes with a USB C-to-C cable, again, 2-year warranty, connected equipment warranty, and it's a $45 MSRP. And it is compatible with power delivery and quick charge both. And by the way, that one is available now. The exact same version for car is coming in a couple of months, but again, the exact same tech specs. So single port USB-C, 27-watt quick charge 4.0, compatible with power delivery, 5 hours and 5 minutes, 4-foot cable, 2-year warranty, $2,500 connected equipment warranty for $40. So that will be here in just the next couple of months. Our power delivery solutions. So we do have some some solo chargers available without the cable and then also with the cable. So this particular charger is 36 watts of power delivery charging. So again, very fast. We do have the C2C cables or the C to Lightning cables to be sold separately. And with this technology, again, you can do 50% in 30 minutes on an iPhone. So very fast charge, same exact warranty as the other charging products I've mentioned, and the MSRP is $30. A little bit lower wattage on this product, so it went from 36 to 27 on this particular charger, but 27 is an absolute ton of power, plenty of power to work with tablets and with all of the smartphones on the market. So same technology, same specs, power delivery, so it's 50% in 30 minutes. Utilizing the C to Lightning cable that is sold separately, and again the same warranty for $40. And you will notice too, I think you guys are all pretty familiar with our chargers that we've had in the past, which we had a bunch of different colors available. We typically had prongs that did not fold, so we've changed that up quite a bit. We have a new look and feel. So typically we're doing a white face with a silver side on the home chargers with folding prongs, and then for car chargers we're going with black just to blend into the dashboards. So a little bit of a new look for us. This is one of my favorite products actually. I travel all over the country with this product. It's dual port, and it's got 27 watt in the USB-C port and 12 watt in the USB-A port. So it's 39 watts combined. Can easily charge a phone and a tablet simultaneously, which is exactly what I do when I'm on the road. So an extremely useful product, $50 MSRP and same warranties. So 2-year limited warranty and the connected equipment warranty, and it's been out in the market for I think about 6 to 9 months at this point, but certainly one of my favorite products. And then as I mentioned, we are now making the fast charge capable USB-C to Lightning cables. We have a couple of different versions of it, but this is the primary one that we're focused on. MSRP is pretty low at just $20. Still a 2-year limited warranty, MFI certified, and we do have the 2 different colors in black and white. And then coming soon, we're actually changing some of the form factor. I don't know how well visually this is coming over. It looks like it's kind of blended out with the background. But basically what we're doing is we've identified that with almost all of the devices on the market today that utilize power delivery, that 18 watt is completely sufficient for fast charging of those devices. So we have some new form factor car chargers and home chargers coming out. You can see these are a bit different, some rounded edges on the home chargers. So we have a single port 18 watt power delivery car charger. And we're going to have all of these available either by themselves or with a cable as well. So you can see some of the MSRPs over here, whether it's the dual port car charger without cable, with cable, and then the single port as well. I don't want to read through all these MSRPs, but you guys should be able to see those. Same warranty, 2-year limited warranty, connected equipment warranty. These are going to be available in the fall. They utilize the Power Delivery 3.0 chipset, which is the most current. And I'm really excited about these, actually. I've been leaning towards this for some time, but these are going to have vertically accessible ports instead of our previous orientation where it sticks straight out. So if you have a situation where you're in a hotel and it's a tight fit behind a coffee table, or if you're at home and you want to push your couch up against the wall as far as it can go, these cable ports will either stick straight up or straight down, so they won't be sticking out, and you can back your couch up or the coffee table or whatever it may be. You can back it in as far as you want. We'll still have folding prongs, and not only will they stick out in this orientation, but they can also flip up as well. So there will be multiple ways that you can set up the home chargers just based on your particular situation. So those will be out in a couple of months. We're really looking forward to those. And I just wanted to go over the connected equipment warranty again for any of those of you on the call who are not familiar with it. I've mentioned it a lot on this call. Basically, it's just a supplementary warranty on our products, and we came up with it because we are simply extremely confident in the quality of our products. So basically, it boils down to that if you're utilizing Belkin's chargers and Belkin's cables together, and something happens to your device, and you can see it at the very bottom down here, if there's a lightning strike, an electrical surge, an electrical short, anything like that, and it comes through the charger into your device and damages your phone, your tablet, whatever it may be, we will cover repair or replacement up to a value of $2,500. So it's a little bit of a comfort thing for your customers, just an added layer of security, and it is really important. I wasn't sure if I was going to show this to you guys, but I think I might as well. We actually had an email that came over just today, about an hour ago, and it was a customer who was complaining about a Belkin melted cable, and they were trying to figure out what to do. And this is a Belkin cable, and it absolutely got melted, as you should be able to see on my screen. But this did not have anything to do with Belkin quality, Belkin products. The problem was that, here's a little melted seat. The problem was that they connected it to an uncertified and non-Belkin charger. Now, obviously, Belkin isn't the only one that certifies their chargers and that puts good quality components into their chargers, but in this case, the customer absolutely did not. You can see some scorch marks on the dash of their car. Turns out that this particular charger did not have the certifications that it needed, and it literally just fried all the way through the cable into the device, did a little bit of damage to the car on the dash. So just more important, more great reasons to go with quality brand name products that offer solid warranties. And again, we back up our products with the connected equipment warranty just for added peace of mind. So that is all I have for you guys today. I'll pass it over to Jen for any questions that may have come up during the presentation, and hopefully Sharada is on the line as well in case there's any higher end tech spec questions that she can address.
Cool, thanks Gavin, that was a great presentation. Lots to learn. As a reminder, this will be posted on our blog, so if you need to go back and reference anything, feel free. Sharada is on the call. It looks like she was being super mega proactive, which I love, and was answering questions via text during the presentation. So most of everybody's taken care of, but there are a couple that are still open that we can go over, and maybe some that are closed that I may want to read, so the rest of the folks can see what's going on.
Was she correcting what I was saying as I was talking? Is that what was happening?
She should have been, but now.
Yeah.
Everything Gavin says is wrong. No, I'm just kidding.
Indeed. Ask my wife.
So Nolan wants to know, how fast does wireless charging get affected by usage while charging? There was a point about heat affecting the charge. So for example, in the car using maps or music, and also on the wireless mount, will the phone see a charge increase or stay idle, and or heat increase and slow down the charge? So I guess like if you're in the car using the vent mount and it's hot in the car, will it slow down the charge?
It can. I don't know if Sharada has any technical detail about that. I can tell you that our in-car wireless charger that I showed you, I've actually had a pre-production sample that I've been using, I think since very late last year. And again, it was pre-production, so we've made some slight modifications here and there, but I moved up to Southeast Washington last year. We had like a 100-year record for snowfall. It was absolutely freezing. And just to test it, every morning when I was taking my kids to school, I was deliberately using navigation, even though I knew where I was going. I was streaming music. I had the heater on because it was like 18 degrees outside, and I never had any charging issues. It was consistent. It seemed to work really well. I deliberately did not charge my phone in the evenings so that I could test it for the first couple of weeks, and it seemed to work really fast. Now, yes, as your phone and the charger get hot, the efficiency can decrease, but I don't know that we actually have much for like tech specs on what the exact impact will be. Unless Sharada, you do.
To add to that, right? It's in a normal environment, if you're using the phone to map, stream, and charge at the same time, you will not see much of an impact. But under extreme conditions, and we have tested, it may do a slow charge, but it's not like it's going to be idle when it's not pulling any charge. A lot of times it's more about it's literally passing through the charge directly to the phone, and it's consuming it versus the battery being charged itself, right? So but that in our testing has not been an issue. it's non-recurrent to us. It also, what we've noticed, there was a firmware a while ago with the devices, so that it depends on what software your device is at, what's going on with the product at the same time. But we don't see that as an issue, and we haven't received any complaints out in the market either, and nothing in our testing.
Yeah, and like I said, I was kind of one of the beta testers internally that got one of these products right out of the gate, and so they asked us to provide our feedback. So we actually had to tell them, okay, I had a 20-minute drive. My phone was at 56% when I started. I was streaming music and doing navigation, and it was on my vent mount. I had my heater. We gave all these details, and I can tell you for sure, every single time I used it, it was actually charging. It wasn't just keeping the charge like where it was increasing my battery capacity every single time. So there are a lot of factors that will impact it for sure. But from what we've seen, I think the design, and like I said, I was really frustrated. It took us a long time to get to launch with an in-car wireless charger, but I think taking our time and doing it right is going to pay off.
I think so too. So Paul asked a question in the chat box that I think somebody else had asked earlier. So obviously it's a popular question. The biggest problem with vent mounts is that they do not hold up for long. How do they hold up? He means, like the vents not holding the weight or the phone falling out.
Yeah, I'll tell you, again, I've had mine in my truck since I think November or December. I have not had any issues. Certainly every vent in every car is different. I know that I had a vent mount wireless charger a few years back when I had a Jeep, and I don't know if anybody on the call has a Jeep. I had a Wrangler, and the vents themselves have almost like no resistance to hold themselves up. So I'd put it in, and it wasn't ours. We didn't have one yet, but I'd set it on there and it would just kind of flop down. So it was not a great experience, but I think it's going to depend on each different vehicle to a certain extent. But what I found too is that when my phone is mounted in here, basically the back side of the cable and also the bottom of the phone essentially hit it'll kind of tilt forward a little bit, and the bottom of the phone and the bottom of the cable keep it sitting so that I can easily view the screen. So I personally have not had any problems with ours in my vehicle. But it could vary by vehicle for sure. It can also tell you, we had one customer who complained about how tight the wings were for holding the phone in, but that's done deliberately, because otherwise if you're going over bumps and just driving daily, your phone is going to slip down and slide out of the vent mount, and that has not happened at all with mine.
Cool. Yeah, like he said, it depends on cars. I know some people who live by them and some people just can't use them. So moral of the story, everybody go out and buy a new car that matches no, just kidding.
I mean, we do extensive, testing. We have all of our employees, hey, we need, this model of cars to test the different vent mounts. So we do that.
Of course.
But again, it's kind of hard to get all of these manufacturers, and, with anything like vent mounts, how they're built, it can vary so much. So it's a personal comfort level and how you like to use the product.
Of course. Hope wants to know, and I love this question because I know the answer, do you have USB-C to Lightning chargers?
And I think that meant the USB-C chargers, right? Or C to Lightning cables, because it kind of was misleading.
No,
that in answer.
Cable, sorry.
and then I noticed Gavin was already going through it, so I didn't respond to it because I wanted him to go through. So we have the cables, C to Lightning cables. We also have Type-C power delivery chargers that are compatible with these cables that could be used for charging iPhone devices faster.
Right. So there's no captive cable version, but there's plenty of options, plenty of other options.
Yes.
We're seeing a decline on the captive cables anyway, so I hear you.
Yeah, we've had some on the roadmap. I don't know that we are going into production on any at this point. Basically, what we do is we our team will design products and come up with different features, whether it's a captive or a disconnectable charger with a cable. And then our sales teams go out and talk to their customers and figure out who may want which products. And if we get enough interest of a certain product, we'll roll it out. And if not, then it's still kind of in our back pocket in case a particular opportunity comes up. But from what I've seen right now, most of our C to Lightning stuff is loose cables, not hardwired.
And that's pretty much industry standard at this point from what I've seen.
Yeah, I think so. And it also, you know, the other thing too is that you give your customers options so they can choose the charger that they want and then choose the cable to go with it. So they may, you know, they may not need a cable. They may just want a solo car charger. So they have that option. But if they need the cable, they can buy the car charger and the cable. And it also helps with your attach.
Right. Okay, cool. Nolan wanted to know, and this may be a question for pop sockets, I don't know, but with the new pop grips, they're compatible with wireless charging. But how does the distance that is created affect the charge? Is it a tad slower? Does it increase heat?
So for Belkin, we recommend it's 3 millimeters, right? That's what we test to. That's what we stand by. We know of consumers and even like, you know, some of our just team members randomly using pop sockets and charging it on the wireless pad. It does charge. But again, that's not the compatibility we are, you know, claiming or going by. So if you choose to use it something with a pop socket, it's like really at your discretion.
Right.
Yeah, I actually removed that bullet point from all of the wireless charging slides just because I didn't want too much content in there. But all of our wireless chargers are recommended for use with cases up to 3 millimeters. And that's pretty standard in the industry. You know, I've particularly seen that our wireless chargers very often charge through cases much thicker than that. I was even Carl Himes there at VoiceComm, we were using his case, and it was kind of a foldable wallet that we folded over on itself, and it's still charged. So that's the recommendation. From what we've seen, it has no problem with the pop socket case, but yeah, it should be good.
Pop sockets are hot right now, especially with the
Yes,
Otter Pop. That's a big thing.
Yep.
So Garrett wants to know, does the extended warranty cover fraying cables? And the CEW covers device, oh, sorry, does it cover devices in case of surges? So
yes, the standard like 2-year, or so pretty much all of our products, as you saw, have a 2-year standard warranty, and there's some of them that have an extended 3-year if you register the product. So the standard warranty would cover like fraying cables, any device issue, I shouldn't say device, any Belkin product issues like that, whether it's a workmanship or anything along those lines. And then what was the other part of the question about the connected equipment part?
Does it cover surges?
Yeah, so I can scroll back down to that real quick. So basically that's, you know, typically why you would need the connected equipment warranty is if there's a surge, a short, a lightning strike, something like that that happens, and you know, a spike comes through the electrical outlets into our product, through the charger, through the cable, and into your device. That's when this would come into effect.
Cool, thanks. He said,
sorry, Jen, just to add, right, I think, I know it's the first bullet or question and answer, but in order to be eligible for this connected equipment warranty, the product does need to be registered, you know, after the purchase. So we are able to track it. And, you know, if somebody comes in a year after and we don't know the use case or things happen, right? I mean, we just want to make sure we are providing the best service possible, but at the same time, we need to be able to collect that data and information so we can build that into the product for future as well. So that's really important.
And on the connected equipment warranty slide, that's the first question. What is required to activate it? And we basically just have to register the product on our website.
Okay. I think we may have partially misunderstood what Gary was asking. He just wrote back, was just looking for clarification between the two warranties.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Garrett, if you have any like further questions on that, I can hook you up with Gavin after if we didn't answer your question correctly, or you could just chat in now. But Monica wanted to know, oh dang, this sounds like something that would happen to me with my pupper. She had a boost up wireless charging fan 10 watt and her dog chewed the power cord. She wants to know, is there a way to purchase replacement cords, or are new products going to be going to USB-C or anything like that?
So you're not able to purchase a replacement cord, but, and I want to be very careful when we say this, right? Belkin products, certain other products, right? If you were to buy like a Belkin cable, same cable, if it's a micro USB 2A or whatever it may be, then it will be compatible. But at the same time, I know our previous generation had barrel connectors, and we do not have a replacement SKU to, buy it.
So I guess as it stands now, you would have to buy a whole new one, but maybe somebody could take care of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Thanks, Shraddha. Jonathan wants to know, does wireless charging or lightning fast charging charge the iPhone 10 faster?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, wired charging charges way faster than wireless.
Yeah, wireless charging still hasn't quite caught up to wired charging speed, and frankly, I don't know that it ever will, but it is much faster than it has been. And just to go back to that last question about the cable, so obviously on the in-car wireless charger, it's a hardwired attached, and hopefully your dog isn't chewing that up in your car anyway.
Yeah.
On the 5 watt, I believe that this is either hardwired or a barreled connector, but I can't quite remember. On these two products, on our 10 watt stand and 10 watt pad, you can see right here, it includes a 3.0, sorry guys. It includes a QC 3.0 wall charger and a micro USB cable. So if by chance something happened, then you could replace that cable just with the standard A to C or A to micro USB cable.
Yeah, barrel cord.
She just replied, right? Barrel cord. So that's a previous generation, Gavin. So
yes, okay.
We don't have a replacement for that. Well, we can take care of Monica, Gavin, if you want to like get her details.
Yeah, we can certainly. Yeah, first and foremost, we can certainly do that. And secondarily, for your customers, I mean, I've heard that things like that have happened before, and customers have called our customer support, and they've gotten the product back out to them anyway. I mean, we try to take care of our customers, so I would highly encourage customers to just call customer service anyway, even if it is something like a dog chewing their cable that technically shouldn't be covered under the warranty, but we typically try to keep our customers happy. So there's a lot of exceptions that are made.
I'll hook you and Monica up after the call for that.
Sounds good.
Thank you for the offer. Neil wants to know, is 10 watts the minimum for fast wireless charging?
So it's 9 watt. Yeah, it's 9 watt for the Samsung devices today, right? And then 7.5 watt for the Apple devices. Google does 10 watts, so it's very device dependent. Belkin product basically covers maximum of 10 watt today. So if your device like Samsung or iPhone can pull in 7.5 or 9, then it will provide that charge. A device like an LG, even though Belkin product is 10 watt, may still only charge at 5 watt because it's a compatibility between the firmware and the device. So, it's device dependent, but 10 watt currently is the fastest charging available.
All right, cool. Thank you. Jonathan wants to know if you guys have a graphic they can provide to show the differences between wired and wireless charging speeds.
We can look back at that, Gavin. I don't know if we have like any updated information. I know we did it at one point, but Jennifer, we can take that as an action and see what we can find out.
Okay. I'll make a note of that.
That'd be good to see.
He said for customers, not me. Really? I thought we're going to blow it up and put it over your bed. That's what I would do. Belkin has a really good marketing team, so it's all good looking. I probably would. All right. Faison wants to know, might have been answered already, but using vent clips in the winter while we are blasting heat, will the charger overheat? Is it still safe to charge the phone in this situation?
Yeah, that was my exact situation. Like I said, I was on one of the kind of, they basically, like Sharada said, they'll send out emails. Sometimes our product team will say, hey, we need beta testers. So I've, even like right now, I still have that same beta test pre-production sample of the in-car wireless charger in my truck right now. And like I said, Southeast Washington, it was like 18 degrees in the morning. I was blasting the heat, taking my kids to school. I had navigation and music streaming, and I had absolutely no problems. You know, again, there's always going to be extenuating circumstances. If you're in a car blasting the heat full blast for an hour, which you'd probably be overheated personally anyway by then that might cause an issue. But in my commute going back and forth, taking the kids to school, like half hour of driving, obviously in the first 10 or 15 minutes, the car warms up and I turn the heat down a little bit. But there were a couple of times after I dropped the kids off, I rolled the windows down and just kept the heater on full blast just to see how it would do, and I had no problems. So again, we did extensive research. We were looking at launching in-car wireless charging for the last 3 years at least, I believe. Went through multiple different designs and versions, and initially we were doing a cup mount to do windshield or dashboard, and we just found out that was more impactful on wireless charging heat than having it on the vent with full heating blasting. So these little air mounts in the back help out as well.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, so there were a ton of super awesome questions that Shraddha answered during the webinar, and it's really a good thing that she did because we're running out of time here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into like a little one-pager and post it up with the blog post so you guys can see all the great questions that were answered. There are a couple, however, though, that I'm going to read off because in the chat box, I believe attendees cannot read them, only us three can. So
Great.
Colton asked, the Qi certified charging includes Google devices, correct? And Shraddha said, it does include Google devices, but at standard 5-watt charging. It cannot fast charge Google. Belkin has a different solution that can fast charge Google along with Apple and Samsung. Paul said, will the 5-watt charge an Apple Watch? And Shraddha said, hi, Paul. 5-watt chargers for iPhones only. Oh, I'm sorry, for phones only. Apple Watch needs a specific puck for wireless charging, and Belkin does have other solutions to address that, which VoiceComm does carry, and I will have your sales rep reach out to you, Paul. Let's see. And
Yeah, I'll pull up one of our favorites here while you're talking. I'll show it on the screen.
Yeah, go for it, because that was actually the last one. Oh, wait, no, it looks like another question rolled in. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Faison just said, thank you for clarifying. Of course.
So we do have other charging solutions for watch as well, but one of our favorites is one that wirelessly charges the iPhone and then has the puck for the watch as well.
I love
But
that.
yeah, the puck that Apple has developed will not take a wireless charge from any standard wireless charger that's developed for a phone. It's a different technology that's built into the puck, so the watch can only be charged by the puck itself.
Cool. Well, I think that about does it. I really appreciate the time. I know this was a lot to cram into one webinar, so I appreciate you guys, sitting through as we went a little bit over, but I do think it's super valuable information. I also want to thank Shraddha for her incredible brain. She's one of the smartest women I've ever met, but she has this talent that she can dumb it down for us simpletons.
She's
used to working with salespeople like me.
No, you guys are awesome, Jennifer. Like, we appreciate everything.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys too. All right, so I guess that'll do it for now. So thanks again to everybody who joined and participated. Remember that all these great products and more are available either through your VoiceComm account manager or by shopping on www.myvoicecom.com. And again, if you have any questions or feedback, please feel free to shoot me a message. My email address is webinars@myvoicecomm.com, and my name is Jen. I hope you guys enjoyed, and good luck to everybody with the giveaway drawing. So thank you for choosing VoiceComm and Belkin. Have a great day.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thanks, Jen.
you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.